Welcome to DuckCast 64. Today it's me and Zach, joined by Jeremy, our first guest of the fourth season. Jeremy, you haven't been on since season 2. How have you been?
Season 2?
I don't think we had you on for season 3 because we had season 3. We brought on so many new guests that season. Gage was on, Nick was on, Tariq was on, Stuart was on. It was just all these people who have not been on the show, and just because of that, the guests that we brought back were very limited. So we wanted to get either you or Austin on as the first guest of season 4, because you two haven't been on the show in a really long time. So yeah, Will Brower has probably gone the longest without being on now. Not Kevin Chamberlain, but I don't know. Will Brower isn't. I don't know if he'll be a recurring guest or not.
Season 2 was when I was falling asleep during the pod. Was falling asleep?
I think I remember that.
I don't remember you falling asleep.
I think
Did he fall asleep?
He might have done that.
It was
for a little bit.
We were talking about Patreon the entire time. I know that much.
Yeah.
We did talk about Patreon a lot. Yeah, I do remember that, actually, now that you mention it. So I got a lot of show notes today. And all of them are going to be great. I think that's actually great discussions, because I think that you and Jeremy specifically will have a lot to say about them. But I do want to go through two really quick self-indulgent ones real quickly. I'll get from them quick, and then Zach, you had your thing the last episode you were going to talk about. I had a nightmare and a dream, and they were both funny enough to where I want to talk about them. So the nightmare. The nightmare was the most realistic fucking nightmare I ever had in my entire life, by the way, because it just one took place after something that happened right before I went to bed, and two, it was the most realistic depiction of my house I've ever had in a dream before. It looked almost spot on from what my house actually looks like in real life. Nothing was off, nothing was in my face saying this is a dream. So me and Pinsack, we watched the last 2 episodes of Breaking Bad last night, and then the first episode of Better Call Saul. Then he headed home, and I went to bed. And I had a dream where it was 3 a.m. and I woke up because Pinsack was in my bedroom, waking me up, saying, "Dude, we got to watch the second episode of Better Call Saul." And I'm like, "Oh, Nick, why are you waking me up at 3 a.m. in the morning? That's not okay." And I said, "Please leave." And we go through this process where I'm asking him to leave my room. He leaves and then comes back and says we have to watch it, and I'm getting angrier and angrier, questioning why he's doing this. And then eventually he just comes in with a TV and starts blasting it anyway, and I fucking lose my shit and yell at Pinsack. And then he leaves the room, and I'm pissed off now because I'm thinking, why the fuck won't he leave my house? why does he insist on doing this right now? And then I go downstairs in the middle of the night, and he's sleeping on my couch. I'm like, and in real life, if I were to see this, I probably would just let him be. But in the dream, I got super pissed off. I went up to him, shook him, and yelled at him to leave my house. And he got up and just started freaking out. And he just started losing his fucking mind. He was yelling at me. He was throwing shit. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is going on right now? I'm gonna have to call the freaking police on you. And then I woke up and I was like, that was genuinely terrifying.
You should call him IRL and apologize to him for getting so upset.
No, he needs to apologize to me for being
aggression, and he just let it all out.
He needs to call and apologize to me for being such a dick in my dream.
But you saw the repercussions of your negativity, so apologize.
After he broke into my house 3 times.
He was dedicated. He wanted to watch a show with his friend. All right, what's wrong with that? 3 a.m. It's like
I just woke up and was just like. That was you have those dreams occasionally where you're really happy it was just a dream, and that was one of them. I'm like, oh my God, I thought because I was just thinking in real life, oh my God, my friend has lost his mind. He has gone completely insane.
Yeah.
It felt so real to me. That was it was one of the most realistic dreams I ever had in my life.
How do you get?
And then the other one
how do you remember so many of your dreams? You've talked about dreams on the DuckCast before a lot.
I
forget all of them.
But I don't I don't remember that many of them. I have dreams every single night, and I probably shared dream stories on DuckCast like 5 times. It's sometimes I have one. The only reason I remember the second one actually is because I actually recorded it when I got up and took my phone out and recorded it because it was so funny, and I might make a video out of it. It was where I had a job at this company in this dream. This is the second one. This one isn't a nightmare. It's kind of sad, but it's mainly funny in my opinion. Where it was my job at an office to let people go for some reason. Like that was literally all I did is I fired people. I was just in an office and I'd call someone in and fire them. But it was still a video position. And what they had me do is they didn't want me to just fire people. They wanted me to fire them, but also fuck them up mentally. So we had cameras hidden everywhere, and I'd be filming this person, and I'd create a sad montage showing where their career went wrong, like starting it off like all bright and positive as they had this new job and like hope, and then it transitions into depressing stuff as their career fell apart.
That's not cool.
And at the end, it would have the message that they were fired.
That's like, I feel like that's like a Michael Scott thing. Something he would do. You know.
But Michael Scott wouldn't be that mean. Jesus.
Maybe early season 1, maybe. I don't know.
That to me is a hilarious idea, though. It like doesn't make any sense, obviously, but I just think that'd be really funny. I might make a video out of that. Oh, so those are my 2 dreams. Zach, you had a show note that you were going to say at the end of the last episode.
Yes, it might. I mean, depending on your guys' like interaction with
it's about
topic.
Pokemon Shuffle or Yokai Watch.
No.
You're dead to me.
I haven't played Yokai Watch in years. Only the first one. There's this game that I've mentioned every now and then, called Morphe's Law. If anyone remembers that, it's that game I said it's a bit like it's a third-person shooter. It kind of has these 2 towering skeleton things looking like Attack on Titan looking things, red and blue. And I said like for a while now, like let's see, winter of 2017 they announced the game, said it's coming around winter, and then it got delayed, and they said it's coming around springtime. Then March, May, April came around, nothing came out, no news. Stuff on Twitter, they were just saying, we're taking our time to update the game, blah, blah, blah. No release date or anything. The last time we recorded was a week after, apparently, that I found out that the game had been out for a week at that time on the eShop, on Nintendo eShop. Great. However, there's a lot of things to get to, but first of all, I'm kind of pissed that Nintendo didn't advertise the game around the time that it was coming out, because they did put it out on their Nintendo Direct around winter time in 2017 to talk about the game, to at least get some exposure about it, which is great. First of all, I just want to say overall I really do enjoy the game, but I feel like they really missed a big chance here, like a week after also, like, Nintendo had some other Direct, not the recent one that came out with Isabelle coming out in Smash, which, by the way, that happened.
Direct is one of my show notes. We should talk about Direct at some point today.
Maybe after this.
There's a couple of cool announcements.
But, like, they did an indie Direct for indie games, indie developers, and it was mostly just talking about games that are upcoming, not games that have already come out. However, I feel like they could have at least done a segment in the beginning or the end of that Direct talking about the most recent ones that came out. For example, one that came out a week prior to this Direct that was delayed for so long, and like honestly, it's so yes, it's a third-person shooter. It's not a unique genre or anything, but like the mechanics and everything, I feel like are so unique that like it's a shame that the player base isn't as big. I'm not saying it's like 12 players or anything, the player base, but going into matches, it does take a while to get a good chunk of people. The last 2 days I haven't played. Like I logged on and like I was in an empty lobby alone each time, so I was like, I'm just gonna play Octopath Traveler or something. But like you can have up to 8 players in the game, and like I don't remember the last time I had 8-player rooms, rarely. And I don't know, I highly recommend people to play. It's $20, which is actually a very great price. Honestly, it's, with most of the stuff on the eShop, like I looked on the eShop and like, how I talked about like some games like Hotel Transylvania 3 or something that looks like a mobile game or something. There's legitimately a Goosebumps game, like for the movie Goosebumps, by the way, like the most recent thing with the puppet and everything, that literally looks like a PC game from the Windows XP era. It looks so bad, and it's like $40. Not even kidding. It is so bad.
Oh my god.
And it's literally like one of those, it shows a map, and you click on things or something. Or it looks like one of those old Putt-Putt Freddy Fish games where you have the little toolbar on the bottom with the items, and you drag things to the top or stuff like that. Interacting things. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why is this $40 on the eShop? Why is this on the eShop in general? But, no, Morphe's Law is
I'd buy it.
Yeah. One thing that Morphe's Law kind of dropped the ball on, though, as much as I would love people to play, would have. Trying to think of like timeline stuff, if it even matters to say. The first week that the game came out, actually no, not even the first week. The first almost month, the game had, until recently, had a really big issue, which was server stability. Had a lot of lag, had a lot of times where you would be moving around the map and it just teleports you to another spot, or like you're trying to, like, I feel like I'm a pretty good aim with a shooter, and like so many times I would be shooting at people right, the cursor would be right on the person, and you wouldn't even be hearing the dings that go off when you hit a person. I'm sorry if this is boring you. I apologize.
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah,
I'm just tired.
I don't explain things as good as Mike. I apologize, but yeah. But like recently they got this patch approved by Nintendo. So now I haven't played it recently, but I hear that the servers should be better now. Thing is though, I'm not just mad at Nintendo for not advertising the game at the right time, because like first week is very vital for a game like this, and I feel like this really could have helped Nintendo. Like, there's not too many games on the on the system right now that are like worth getting too much. I mean, there's a lot on the eShop, but it's like, I don't know, only select few titles that I would say are really worth it. And Morphe's Law could have been like the next big thing, next big indie thing. But when Nintendo dropped the ball on is like Morphe's Law, like, yeah, their first week was bad. They had all these issues, but during the first week, they worked hard and created this patch to send out to Nintendo during the first week. And like I said, it was almost a month of this. Like 2 weeks away would have been a month for the game to be out. It took almost a month for Nintendo to finally get around to the patch, only to then send it back to the developers of Morphe's Law saying, there's one little thing wrong with your patch notes that you gotta take out. They waited almost a month just to hear this one little thing to be taken out, and it was like the stupidest thing ever. It was like, what was it? It was something about promo codes. They didn't allow promo codes, so you had to take this patch note that included promo codes for like skins and stuff out. That's so dumb. Why would you? If first of all, I feel like they should have, like, I understand like a waiting list. You put like the most recent stuff, or the stuff that you've been backed up on first in the pile because you haven't touched them in a while, so you gotta get those done first. However, I feel like there should be a separate waiting list for stuff that's come out around the first week that they've gotten sent any patch notes of any of their recent games. Like if a game came out this certain week, get any patch notes that developers been sent to you immediately, because like the first week is important. Now that all this time has passed, even if the game's fixed, think about it. Now no one's really gonna play it. No one really knows that it even exists. Honestly, like, again, I heard about the game out on the eShop a week after it came out. I forgot that this even existed. So bad on Nintendo's part for not advertising at the right time, especially during that direct, and even more shame on them for delaying the patch twice. One for telling them to remove a stupid promo code thing, and the second time, just an extra week, I think it took since the promo code thing to finally getting the patch approved. But even then, I haven't played the game since the patch came out, so I don't even know if anything helped, if anything fixed. Jeremy went out of the call. That's great. My story was that boring and inconsistent.
I mean, it's stupid. I agree with you. It's just.
But it's such a great game, though. It's like, it's not first person, it's third person, like I said, like Splatoon. But you know how Splatoon has those original things about it that like makes it stand out from all those other shooter games. Like Morphe's Law, there's like 3 game modes. One, like I told you, like you shoot at people and your own tower grows or something, and whoever has the tallest one wins and stuff. But
we do have to wrap this.
I'm sorry.
I hear we do need to wrap this one up. No, I wish I had more to contribute to it. I'm sorry that I'm leaving you hanging with this one. I just don't know what to say about it. Like I agree, it's dumb. I agree, it's dumb, and I'll check the game
now, and now I understand I took too long.
It's okay.
I wish I could talk better.
No, you're good. You explained everything well.
It's
I understand what you said.
It's a fun game, man.
So let's talk about some games. We got
Nintendo Direct. Let's talk about that.
So I mean, obviously,
you want to go throughout the beginning to the ends, like. We just mentioned 3, which was
because I think it'll take up too much time. I think we should just like name our highlights. Jeremy, since you haven't said anything yet this episode, go ahead and start. Did you see the new Direct?
Yeah, I watched last night with my brother. Can everyone still hear me? My phone crapped out for a second. Okay. Watched with my brother last night, and there's 2 things I was really happy to see. And Animal Crossing is finally coming to the Switch, a brand new Animal Crossing game.
I think Animal Crossing is one for all 3 of us, like one of the highlights.
Dude, when they showed that Tom Nook scene right after Isabel's Smash reveal, everyone was thinking it's either Animal Crossing or Tom Nook's in Smash. Like, everyone thought that. And then, like, as the thing went on, you're like, oh, this makes sense. This makes sense. Because, like, you know how I talk about, like, if Isaac from Golden Sun ever gets in the game, they should, like, put out a Golden Sun game around that time just to advertise. Like, they did the same with Mega Man. When Mega Man finally got into Smash, they finally put out all these Mega Man games on the eShop and stuff. You don't put a character in just for anything. You advertise for future games. Same with Castlevania. The Castlevania guys are now in it. They're now putting out a bunch of other things. It makes sense. I can't wait till, like, you know, more characters come out and you get these new... older games or newer games coming out and stuff. Again, Isaac would be great. Assist trophy, so that'd be.
Go on, Jeremy.
Back in the trailer for the Isabel going in the Smash, so I was a little happy to see Pete again. I was like, "Can we get a new Animal Crossing game?" And nope, she became a fighter, which is cool. But then I was like, Tom Nook.
Dude, remember? I remember thinking right before the Direct was happening, like, you know, like thinking in my head, like my own bingo list of like what to check off. Like, okay, new Smash character, probably at least one. Animal Crossing would be great, and I was thinking, man, last time we had an Animal Crossing game was on the 3DS, New Leaf. I'm pretty sure New Leaf came out before the Wii U came out, right? I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
So like that's a long
Animal
time.
Crossing game before that. After that.
No, there was not. There was spin-off stuff. There were spin-off Animal Crossing games. There was no official one since New Leaf.
There were 3 spin-off games.
There was one Wii U app thing that wasn't even a game. It was just like a tree with little villagers, and you just tap them on it. Look
I'm not
their
counting
information.
that one.
That was dumb. Then there was like 1 or 2 iPhone games. I never played.
There was one iPhone game.
I think there were 2.
Then there was
Happy Home Designer thing.
Yeah.
Who played that?
And then there was the stupid Mario Party knockoff.
Yeah.
But they were still Animal Crossing games. They're still Animal Crossing titles.
They're still Villager and Smash on the Wii.
They're not
but
main
like that was the last. You know, New Leaf was the last one, and it was so jam packed with stuff too. It was great. It kept us going for a long time too. But it was like, at this point, I think, starting last year, I feel like that was like the driest point ever. That's like we needed a new Animal Crossing game already, and a year delayed later finally. But you know, still 2019, I guess, so it's more of a delay.
If you look at the Animal Crossing timeline, you got Animal Crossing, which was on a console. Then you had Wild World, which was on a portable console. City Folk console, New Leaf. You know, no. After City Folk was on the Wii.
Are you talking about if they were trying to follow a pattern? Because like I don't know, I think Nintendo after the last couple of years aren't really following patterns anymore.
Been at least one
predictability anymore. It's just like surprises now, which is great. I rather Nintendo surprise us way more.
Yeah, there's been at least one Animal Crossing game for a console.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they announce for Smash Bros that they're announcing every single character before the game comes out, or not every single one?
Yeah,
I would like if there's some characters hidden from us when Ultimate comes out. I would love that.
Well, that's probably
Did they announce that they're announcing every single one this time around? I forget.
But King K. Rool was announced. I know that much.
Well, yeah, that's old one. No, I mean they're gonna announce all the fighters before the game comes out. They've always done that. Just like they did it for Wii. They did it for Brawl, I should say. They did it for Wii U and 3DS, and now they're gonna do it for Ultimate.
Yeah. I forgot if they did it for 3DS or Wii. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, no, we had this like website you could check every day, and then Game Informer leaked all. Still, I remember that, like reading that article. From them.
Actually, honestly, Nintendo has like, oh my god. I'll wait for Jeremy to come back. Hold on. Although I'll lose my train of thought, and I'm already losing my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Nintendo. Like, I feel. Hey Jeremy, perfect time. Oh wait, he's muted. Hold on. I see the little microphone.
Yeah, I do
there we
too.
go. Hi, you hear us? Jeremy?
Yep.
Hi, what's going on? Okay. I was gonna say like Nintendo's doesn't really pay very well for like, security in a way where it's like they're trying to protect leaked information. They have a terrible reputation doing that. So I kind of understand why they would just reveal stuff before other people do, because they have such a past with stuff being leaked. E3 directs, like the last direct that we got, because it was delayed, like people already had some things like that Kirby game that was announced or whatever, and some other things people were already leaking. People already knew this was going to be in the direct. So it's like, even up till now, it's like they just don't hire the right people to protect that stuff.
Yeah.
But so
yeah,
I don't know, it makes sense why they would reveal every single character, because it's like, I don't know. But at the same time, there's still that hype, even if it is leaked. I feel like it would be smart to just let it happen. I don't know. Either way, I guess.
Is anyone excited for Luigi's Mansion stuff? Because that's like a third one.
The only thing I have to complain about, though, is that it is using the same assets as Dark Moon, which is a bit too cartoony and a bit too bright for something that could be a bit, atmospherically darker, a bit and scarier. Because I remember, I never played the original game, but I remember watching a walkthrough as a kid on YouTube, how it is, and like I just not even playing the game, I would be like, oh my god, if I was playing this, I'm too scared to do this. Like, I never really got that too much with Dark Moon. It was more like puzzle solving, which was fine, but like it wasn't like, I don't know. I love Dark Moon, first of all, love the multiplayer more, but like this one, I hope it's good. It's just so many things that like, it's a lot like Dark Moon, where it's like there's this one scene Luigi's walking in the hallway, and like a cutscene happens where like, oh, surprise, this thing fell over and 3 ghosts fly out. Whoa, same stuff happened in Dark Moon.
I wish that for co-op they just let you play as they'd let you play as like a different character. Like, why is it just got to be a green tint Luigi?
In Dark Moon, there was really like, you still play as Luigi's, but like there was this really fun mode where it was like a skyscraper tower, and you go through each floor doing these missions, like fighting ghosts in certain rooms, clearing certain rooms.
There was 4
That
Luigi's,
was so fun.
Right?
I every now and then I still go back to that. I turn on my 3DS and pick that up, because it's a very fun multiplayer game. It's not as mainstream, but it's so fun. And
do you find random people online to play it with, or?
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you find people that aren't good teammates, because it does have a lot to do with teamwork. Unless if you are able to solo it alone, but there's a time limit with a lot of the floors, so yeah. But yeah,
good, okay.
It's fun.
I wish I wasn't so tired. All right, Jeremy, any other games from Direct that caught your interest?
Oh,
I have one more.
A Let's Go Pikachu EV console for Switch looks pretty damn good.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the games. I'm just not gonna get
the Pikachu game in general.
Everyone raved about the Smash bundle and Smash Joy-Cons. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna get it.
I guess the NES controller
NES ones look great
cool.
though. I wouldn't ever get those, but those look good. Those look really good. I noticed the little Switch things on the side of it, and I'm like, oh my god, it was attached to the Switch. It's not a wireless thing. You could plug them into the Switch, and they did, and then it looked awesome. It looked so good.
I kind of skimmed through the Direct, because when I was able to watch it off live, so I was like, oh, I'll just skip through it and see if there's anything good. There's a cool Yoshi thing coming. I like Yoshi,
Oh my god, that looks so bad. I am so tired of Nintendo doing the arts and crafts style stuff with their games, like yarn and paper stuff, like and cardboard. Like they've done that so much recently with Kirby and Yoshi.
Oh yeah, $60 for cardboard.
I'm not a fan of the franchises, but if I was, I feel like I would be so bored of that by now. Same thing with like, which I rolled my eyes over. Like, first of all, overall, I feel like this was a very underwhelming direct. But like, one thing that really
I disagree.
It was very. There was so many.
They announced 2 games that people really wanted, and I just thought, like, yeah,
that doesn't make the direct though. That just means it's like surprises at the end. Everything else in the middle was chock full of nothing.
I don't agree with
that. A few things.
I disagree.
New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. That was a meme, and it just became a real thing. And I was like, no, why? And extra stuff.
Because someone might want to play that game on the Switch.
Maybe it's because I'm desensitized to the 2D Mario platformer games, but it's like, God, why?
I mean, like they're not
masterpieces
or anything, but I mean, like, yeah, they're fine and they're fun, and there's probably a good market for people who want to play that on the Switch now. If I get a Switch, I'm gonna get that one. I'm excited for the new Mario Party. Granted, they already announced it, but they showed more stuff with it.
That Game Freak is making, other than Pokemon Town, the working title. That
looks really cool.
Turn-based RPG. Ooh. I mean, it's not like it's really cartoony and stuff, but at the same time, it's like it's so simple, and it's like Game Freak's making another game other than Pokemon. That's exciting. I want to see how good it is.
You know how I feel about turn-based RPGs, but anyway.
You don't play that
Final
many.
Fantasy there.
You don't play that many. You rolled your eyes at Octopath Traveler, and it's such a great game.
I've played plenty, and I didn't really roll my eyes at Octopath Traveler. I just said, "What the fuck is this?" when we were watching the direct again.
Okay. I love how I have this memory still of like your editing during that video. I love like because in the rough cut or like the unedited version, which is still up on YouTube public, like right after you said that, I like called you out on that, saying, yeah, no, people are excited about this, but in the edited version you just cut what I said out, so then people will side on your side. I remember that very well.
You are putting a tinfoil hat on right now, my friend. I am.
I'm just saying, dude. You totally did that. No, I was like, huh. I just remember that. You could have kept that in.
That exchange was very likely me saying, "What the fuck is this?" And he said, "A lot of people want to play this game." I'm like, "Oh," and it wasn't that interesting of a back and forth.
It was still. You could have kept that part in still.
Because it wasn't funny that way. It was funny if it ended abruptly.
Oh, so it had to be funny, not informative.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Well, fuck it being informative. It was us watching direct. We didn't have anything to say. It's just like
your perspective and not everyone else's. Huh? Okay.
No, it's my video. It's my channel. I'm the one who edited it. So, you know. I've definitely given you a chance.
You're the only person on the planet that will ever watch the video.
Mario Brothers videos. You want to talk about some Rich Alvarez stuff now?
Yes.
What about you, Jeremy? You have anything else to say about Direct?
The fact that I'm tired of seeing Splatoon every fucking minute.
I will say one more thing I liked about the Direct, though, is I actually really liked Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles as a kid, so if I get a Switch, I will get the
I never played 7, and they said that's coming on the Switch, along with some others. Like, I'll play 7. I heard that's a classic. And I think 10 or 8.
9 is great. 10 and 10-2 are but that's really cool how they're bringing the Final Fantasy games. That is another highlight for me, because
good on them. A lot of Final Fantasy, like what do they say, like 10? That's incredible. 10 Final Fantasy games or something. I mean, some of them are like pocket edition stuff, like mobile games come to the Switch, whatever. But still, that's a lot. They're doing good.
For Final Fantasy 10, I think it's overrated.
They should bring Kingdom Hearts. I think it's a PlayStation exclusive, but still, that would be great. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Not PlayStation exclusive anymore.
And then put Sora in Smash.
Got Kingdom Hearts 3.
Imagine Mickey as a Final Smash. Or, like, in the Final Smash for Sora's thing. Mickey would be in Smash Bros. Officially.
Be interesting.
Alright. So, Rich Alvarez, there's two things to talk about. One, the video came out. the season 3 commentary. It took me a while, but the bigger one is Richie's new pilot. It is just a pilot because my prediction is he's going to see if people like the pilot, and if it picks up, then they continue the series.
How about we give a nice little shout out to Chris and Olivia?
Oh yeah, that was the thing that stood out the most for me. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, we knew it was going to happen because they told us about it. But
Chris's hair, dude.
I know, he
Chris's hair.
He really stood out. I couldn't see. I watched it on my phone, so I couldn't really see Olivia. I know she was there.
I noticed her, but she didn't turn her head toward the camera.
Yeah, Chris, you just see like very close up, and it's.
I think Olivia said she was one of the people that got shot in that one scene. She had like the bandana over.
Well, I think she said that
she was on the left.
I think she also said, though, that she lived. I don't know if we should be spoiling stuff about that show, but it's not a big thing, I guess. She said that she lives longer, whatever that is. I don't know if I should say that.
We're going to get sued, dude, or this video's going to be taken down by Rich Alvarez or by full screen.
At the very least, like, Rich is just going to start shouting at Chris and Olivia, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah.
You're selling information to these two assholes who keep recording commentary over my video.
It's cool too how it's like it goes so far as even like I followed Jackie on Instagram, and like she posted something about the show, and like she tagged Chris in the thing, like Chris's username came out when you click on the thing. So that's pretty cool. It's like they're now a part of it.
So I mean, honest to God, though, I mean, it definitely looks a lot better than anything Richie's done in a long time.
I like how he's going a bit farther away from like too cartoony stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to some extent, but it does. It seems like a legitimate passion project where continuing Mario Brothers really did not. It felt like something that would allow him to be creative, but at the same time was really bandwagoning off like his old audience, like trying his best to attract people back in. This feels like, okay, I want to make this. It definitely...
There are some... I remember a few little things, like lines, that like still keep that Rich Alvarez little quirk thing where it's they say lines and they take it a bit too seriously and you're just laughing at it. Kind of like the last line he said in the trailer, like, Elwood, like something like that. Like, that's just a Rich Alvarez thing that's like...
James Elwood.
Cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very cheesy, but I mean, as long as they have fun with it.
Yeah.
I would kind of prefer a character like the one in Legacy, honestly, because it at least seemed to have a bit of self-awareness to it. That was one of the only things about Legacy I actually liked.
What was I gonna... Oh yeah, I have one thing. I was looking in the comments section of that video, which, by the way, I saw you. Really nice.
Yeah, I know. You commented on it. You responded. Hey, we acknowledged you.
Yeah. But there was one comment that Richie responded to. I think it was saying something about the... It was a good a bit of input that someone was hoping for, like, you know, as cool and serious as the show might be, I hope there's still some humor to kind of liven things up a bit so you don't take it too seriously, because like honestly if it was taken too seriously we wouldn't really enjoy it. I agree with that. And Richie he said Chris Muller and some other guy will be the comedy relief roles in that, which yeah, I like how he's adding like that type of stuff in. However, just a little critique. Chris Muller as comedy relief.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Dinner.
Go ahead. I'm not gonna eat dinner.
What do you think about Chris Muller being a comedy relief character? And
I don't know, because I don't really.
It seems a bad choice. I mean, I love Chris Muller, but
rewatching the show, the only character I no offense to the guy, I grew up loving his stuff. Rewatching the show for the videos, the only role he's done that I've liked even remotely so far, watching season 1 up until Act 1 of the movie, that's where we're at right now, is the scene where the Thai guy. That's his only character I like.
I feel
Luigi's a yes man. Nox Decius is kind of like, I mean,
but
all right. Well, Nox Decius
he's
exactly what he was back then. I mean,
we saw Chris in the trailer, and all he did was like overacting, like, you know, that kind of stuff. That's what we're gonna get, you know. Like that's his thing. He's not this weird kind of Thai guy looking thing where he's doing this with his lips, very odd kind of character. I would love that, but
Chris can be a little funny if he's given the right stuff. I think Chris is kind of funny in the Christmas too. Like, it's one of my favorite videos of his. I mentioned a couple times, like the 2010 Christmas party where his whole bit is he's late all the time and he's also just kind of a dick throughout the whole thing. Like, I thought Chris was kind of funny in that video, but
I feel like he could have casted. I feel like Richie does know other friends of his that could do a lot better. That could be perfect for the role.
I want Chris to have like a main character role. I want him to be the lead.
I don't want him to be like thing with Chris Muller. He's so close to like the top tiers of the channel, like of the pyramid of important people, but at the same time, when it comes to like how important of a character he should play in any series, like the problem with him in Super Mario Brothers was like his character, he didn't do much, and like in any other project, I feel like he'd just do the same. There's not much that Chris Muller can really do. He's a nice guy, but he just can't do much. And I feel like he should just be an extra.
In it?
Anything's possible, man. You never know.
Did you see the trailer for his new show?
Yeah, I was excited. You put that at the beginning of your commentary video. Like, I feel like you saw that video and you rushed to the final cut and you just added that in like immediately.
Oh, it wasn't really me rushing. I was like on my final edit. Like I finished all my little edits and I was just gonna skim through the video one more time to decide if I wanted to add anything else.
What'd you have in the background at first or anything? Like
nothing. It was a black screen and I was like, this would be kind of funny.
It's so random. I thought you were gonna add like some voiceover about that, but you just had it there just because.
I just had it there, yeah.
Guys. What's the reference? Who knows?
I'll stop referencing Dane and Austin once they're no longer in the show. Like I'm aware that they're no longer part of the channel. So once we get to the point in the series where Dane isn't part of it anymore, I'll stop including him in edits. But for Jeremy, now, I just felt like that was fit.
Yeah. Jeremy, what do you think of Whatever We Want or the Elwood
show? First Elwood, because you like. By the way, Jeremy, like, feel free to talk over us. That's like, you kind of have to do that sometimes to get a word in. Talk about Elwood. Talk about like Elwood and also, did you see the trailer for Dane and Austin's new show?
No.
Their new show is significantly less or more epic, where it's just two naked guys fighting over a t-shirt.
I love how they do trailers like as if it's its own skit, you know? If Chavez ever did stuff like that, like they advertise for their own series but as a skit, that would be great.
I'm shocked that he didn't talk. I'm shocked that he didn't mention that when I last talked to him. But here's the funniest thing ever that I am waiting to come out of Fallout Elwood.
That's what we're
Rise, the Fall, Decay, Rise and Fall and Decay Part 2.
Yeah, Mumpky Jones thing.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be funny to see another one?
I mean, I guess that would be if like this show really took off and then failed again. But
what if he did it as a joke? I would have laughed my ass off.
I saw another comments in the comment section about that, like someone saying, "I'm mostly on the Mumpky Jones side, but I'm optimistic to see how this is." That's what they said.
What side is there? What side is there really? I don't think that the two are like necessarily.
It's a documentary. That's all it is. It's a work of art.
It's a documentary, and Richie got like mostly irrationally angry. The only thing I say that like I agree with him on is that Dane saying that Jackie was stolen is stupid. But like
that part I thought is weird, but I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know. Obviously, I don't know them personally.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing ever is, I mean, did he really get butthurt over the fact that he actually went to Dane and asked him a question?
He got angry that he didn't know the context of what he was going into, and honestly, that's fine. I think if he like willingly like was talking about and knew that the creative differences thing wasn't true, he should have said it in like 10 seconds instead of 5 minutes, because that just makes it seem like a big lie. But I mean, like, yeah, like Richie, you know, like it's understandable to why he'd be like a little bit upset about that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. He had a chance to tell the truth. He didn't, and it backfired.
He was being very stubborn a lot of times.
I would almost like kind of understand his reason of it being that he thought it was just kind of a mutual thing between them that they weren't going to talk about it. If it weren't for him and Garrett, I had to go on about it for like 5 minutes. It was like really hard to watch that part.
The fact that
like, I don't know why they didn't.
Garrett's too new.
I'm not blaming Garrett for anything. I'm just
off topic a bit, but still on that. Garrett talking about how much about the Richardo's past and everything, what we've done, and blah blah blah. And he wasn't there at that time. He's talking about all this stuff. We talked about that, but yeah.
I don't. Ultimately, I don't think either Richie or Mumkey are scumbags after watching that documentary.
Mumkey's just an awesome person to watch. I watch him every week.
Oh, I like his stuff. Now my name is in the credits of his videos, and I'm not. I'm glad I use a fake name because he just did a video. I use my name Mackle Shadackle instead of my actual name, and I'm very happy about that now because his most recent video was the rise, fall, and decay of Adolf Hitler. And the entire thing focused on his art career and never brought up any of the horrible stuff he did and painted him as a sympathetic person. And then my name is in the credits of the video.
Michael Bemis, by the way.
So I'm glad it's Mackle Shadackle.
Yeah. Were there any like I'm sure there were, but like there's how many names, like actual people's names, did you see in those credits? Like how many people you must be thinking, like from their perspective, what they might be thinking there?
A lot of names, but the thing is, almost all of them were clearly fake names.
Oh, yeah.
There were like a handful of real names in there.
You must be thinking like their perspective, like, oh, I made a big mistake here. Yeah, I should have changed my name. You know?
I would put my real name in there because it supports his art. Yeah,
I'd put my real name in there if I was in a good position right now. But I'm doing client work. I mean, like I don't want my name to be
that, but at the same time, it's amendment number 1: freedom of speech.
It's amendment number 1. It's not amendment number 1 that people have to hire you and see that shit. Granted, it's very unlikely that would ever affect me in a negative way because it's 1, there's a bunch of Michael Bemises out there, and 2, like not a bunch of Michael Bemises, but a handful of Michael Bemises.
And next to that, there's a bunch of DuckCasts that where you've probably said things you regret too.
Yeah.
So it's, at the end of the day, we're all guilty.
Yeah, I do have a DuckCast that might go down, or at least edited. I don't know.
Might be going to jail, prison.
Things
going to prison.
I really wish my didn't see, but I'm not going to take them down because I actually appreciate what I do.
I might not take it down ever actually because I don't really like it. It's just like there's an episode of DuckCast where I say like stuff that I don't even agree with a little bit anymore. And I'm just like, I don't really want someone to find this.
Was the gays are okay one of those?
That is the one. Yeah. It's not horrible. It's just like, I don't agree with what I said anymore. And I'm like, I don't want that to be.
Yeah.
It's not like I say something really horrible and it's, but it's just like, I don't.
I feel like there's a few episodes where we just talked about how many, actually, I'm not going to say this. Never mind. No.
Oh,
anyway.
So okay. So there's also I just find it so funny that Elwood and Whatever We Want trailer came out like right around the same time, and they're going for very different things.
What'd you say again? Elwood and what trailer came out?
And Whatever We Want trailer came out around the same time.
Yeah, perfect.
When
is Elwood coming out?
Yeah. So what about this? I know Jeremy watched the season 3 video because he commented on it. Thank you very much, Jeremy. And he was also in the season 2 one. What about you, Zach? Did you see the season 3 video yet?
Yeah.
Well, you did because you just mentioned that one thing. What did you think of me showing your please subscribe voice?
First of all, I have a few complaints of that video, which I'm sure you are aware of, like some audio problems that happened.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like one part with the video thing, basketball hitting Austin twice or something. But
I did that on purpose.
It looked like a bug. I don't know. Looked like
you're a bug.
Fuck you. No, that part with me went on for way too long. You should have just cut it. Like, please subscribe and then cut right there.
I did cut it. And then I cut out like 10 seconds.
Pokey Walker tribute thing after that.
No.
Yeah, you did. What do you mean no? Yes, you did.
I did put it up there, but like, wait, what are you talking about?
You could have just said the please subscribe voice, and then you included more embarrassing videos of me. Why would you do
did.
that? Yeah, why?
Because I'm not gonna take your shit. You put up clips of the Waluigi show. Fuck you. Eat shit. And I did include a small.
I also did do a little thing with Chris and Olivia in the movie commentary, so that's true. Which you should add in just to get you back at least. At least.
I've made fun of myself in the. I've made fun of myself in these videos. I'm not. I'm not just shitting on you.
Yeah. By the way, why didn't you add that? I remember this clip very well, and I was like waiting for it to be included, and you never did.
What was it?
Right before watching that one video that the Princess Peach channel uploaded, I put my cursor above the profile picture of the Princess Peach, and I said, and then I clicked on full screen, and we played the video. You didn't include that.
No.
I kissed Princess Peach on the lips with my mouse cursor, and you didn't add it in. You didn't keep it in. You kept in your voiceover. Hey, by the way, Princess Peach YouTube channel. Thanks for uploading this. That's all you did. If you had time to do that, you had time to include my clip.
I just didn't think it was funny, Zach.
It was funny though. I watched it back after we recorded it 3,000 times, and I was like, yes, this is gonna go viral.
Zach.
It's gonna be great. But you didn't add it in.
A lot of your stuff makes it in.
I could have had 200 subscribers at this point.
Stop bitching about it. I keep including all of your rants.
200 more subscribers at this point. If you had
I keep including all of your rants about wanting to date random people involved in the show, like the girl with the Kermit the Frog shirt, the one woman singing at the end of season 3. Just keep randomly flirting with characters.
I love that meme. So good. I should do that more often. Did we do that in the movie one?
Maybe. I do make one Waluigi for Smash 2.
I'm surprised I didn't during the season 3 commentary with Walgina. Like that one clip came by and I was like, Zach, say something. Come on now. And he didn't. He didn't say anything.
My favorite edit in the entire thing is a tie between the compilation of the Darkness deaths.
Yeah, that was great.
I thought I timed that out well.
Yeah.
And my other favorite one is just when Walgina smacks Waluigi. I went for a very exaggerated.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like it sounded like a car crash.
Yeah. Oh, that was brutal.
But that was
so fast too. So
yeah.
It just. It's like you have to play that clip back again just to process it again.
You have any more complaints of the video?
I don't know. Let's rewatch it back right here, right now, and complain about it. I don't know. Just other than the audio things, which is there's this one point there's this one thing that like you're explaining how this music in this one scene didn't fit in. I think it was, but the thing is that at this point, I don't remember how it sounded on my end, but you had one of your ended clips with your voice, so it's So you cut out the music's audio, so you're talking about how this music doesn't fit, yet you're not playing the video part. So it's like
because my audio was.
I know, but if you're explaining something like the audio, like the music, and you're not including that, then the viewer's like, "Well, I'm not really experiencing what you're experiencing."
Okay, I'll give you that one.
If you can't do it, then you just cut that.
I probably should have cut that part out. I don't know why I didn't, but whatever.
You know what I'm talking about? When Mario Brothers are talking to Peach?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's when Kevin MacLeod music playing over the original track, which I thought was
you're talking about, and I'm like, there's something off with this critique here. I don't know what it is, but...
Yeah, it's kind of like me critiquing while also presenting something you could critique me for, so it's kind of bad, but... Yeah, I'll take that one.
Hey, Jeremy.
All right.
What else? What did you hate about the season 3 commentary video?
That actually was a big part of it.
Because you saw it. You commented
on it. But I didn't hate
it. But you didn't like it either. Which you're insinuating from your voice.
Well, he insinuated that he did like it from his comment.
Listen, Jeremy, I'll send you the uncut files, 2 hours long, maybe more.
Definitely more.
You will watch and listen to everything, and then you will message Mike with a long list of things that you could have included, or he could have included. Does that work out?
I don't really. I don't know.
Come on,
My
man. We're
favorite.
friends. We're
Honest
more.
to God, though, I
You and
do
I are
love the
friends more
one.
than you and Mike are friends, right?
I do. I do. I do love you at the very end of it. The inclusion of like when he's like Darkness says Nox Decius, and then we both gasp, and then you say annotations are still a thing, and then the video ends. I liked that.
Then the video ends. Yeah. Ugh.
All right.
The
Well,
amount of
that's
times
really all I have to say about that
The
stuff.
amount of times Fortnite ads came up was
I have a
actually
story.
crazy.
So today I was at work, and I start getting texts from someone, and they say the first text. I'll just go through it. I have them still. I blocked the number because this person was getting on my nerves. Hold on. Why is my phone being so slow? Oh, Ask Stan messaged me. What the fuck?
We were doing an audio test and you talked about him a bit there. Hi, look at me, I'm IDK, what's the name? Here's my stupid reptile video, something like that.
I did make fun of Austin, but I didn't call his reptile. Oh, he's asking her. Okay.
It's me another reptile video I wanted to send to you.
Ah, come on. Why is my phone being so slow? I'm trying to load this. All right.
Hey, Jeremy, how are you today?
What the? Why?
Jeremy?
This phone's pissing me off.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
How are you?
It's Friday. No work, no school tomorrow or Sunday. By the way, the storm is maybe not Monday either.
Yeah.
What'd you eat today? What'd you watch today? What'd you smell today?
Oh, okay. For food, I ate eggs for breakfast.
Boring.
Then for lunch, I had a cheeseburger, and then for dinner,
I had like some pizza earlier. Should have said pizza.
I have to go cook food, so I don't know what I'm gonna make yet. Probably burgers again.
Yeah. What'd you smell
And
today?
then what I want.
Fuck. Doesn't care about the smells of the universe. Just what you can eat.
It smells like there's a storm in the air.
All right. Well,
It's on the way.
What'd you watch recently, Jeremy? What are you into? What do you like?
I watched the first episode of American Horror Story Apocalypse last night.
I've never been into that show. I don't know. It seems to... is it horror or is it actually like a comedy thing? I can't take it seriously from the
drama horror?
All right, I got it up now.
Isn't Lady Gaga on that show?
It was in for 5 and 6 of... Yeah, she was in seasons 5 and 6.
How many seasons so far are they at? Feels like it's a never-ending show.
This is the 8th season, and it's different every year, so it's awesome.
Huh.
So, I get a message that just says, yeah, like YA, and I don't know what the number. I don't know what the number is, so I say, who is this? And then the person says, you call me. And I thought that was a demand at first, and I'm like, the hell are you talking? No, tell me who you are first. And then I'm like realizing, oh, he or she probably meant you called me. So I said, if I did that, I pocket dialed. Sorry about that. And I knew I didn't because I checked my call log. I don't know why I didn't just say, no, I didn't. And then they start calling me like an hour later, and I'm at work. I'm sorry. Do I know you? And then they said, I'm going to block you. I'm like, and then I said, that's fine. You're the one who's been contacting me. And then I get 2 more calls from this person, and then I just block the number. And I'm really stressed, and that just like stressed me out way more than it should have. Like I'm at work, like with like big anxiety now, thinking, "What the fuck was that?
See,
why is this person calling me, claiming I'm calling them, and then threatening to block me when I don't know who they are, and they're calling me, and then they continued to call me after saying they were going to block me."
See, when you were starting that story, like I was thinking, English is probably not their first language, but as the story goes on, maybe they have a mental disability or something.
They might be.
They might.
Oh my god! Like
their text along with I don't know.
So
their actions.
I got one of them scam calls the other day. They were like, Hi, we'd like to talk to you about your car
I don't pick up
warranty.
calls
"What's
at
a
all. Like, I leave them
car?"
go if I don't know the number, and I wait for them to leave a voicemail. Most of the time they don't, so I just ignore them, delete the number,
You know
whatever.
what my issue is, though, is I still have my freaking temporary number from when I switched my phones, and I don't get voicemail because of that. I need to get my like permanent number. I've had a temporary number for like a year now, so you can't leave me voicemails, which probably is not good.
Permanent number.
Probably something I need to fix, but yeah, it's very stressful for me when people I don't know keep trying to call me and then get angry.
Yeah.
That's happened more than once, and it pisses me off every single time.
Now it's 2018. They're doing that a lot. Like I got one call. I was like, "Hello." They're like, "Hi, is this Mark?" No, this isn't Mark. I hung up. They called back. "Hi, Mark." I was like, "No, this isn't fucking Mark." I was like, "I don't even know I'm Mark." He's like, "I think you're Mark," and I'm like, "I think you're fucking blocked." And I hung up and I blocked the number.
I remember like a few months ago getting a text from someone, like they thought it was someone else, you know, one of those things, but like it was like, "Hey Shelly, are we still meeting up at this place?" And like I remember talking to someone about this text, and I'm like, you know, Shelly's probably still waiting there to this day, still waiting for a friend. Like,
there was a thing on the internet where somebody went on Facebook to talk about what happened when they thought they texted their coworkers like, "Hi, can you take my shift tonight?" "Yeah, I can." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's 8:45. You should probably get ready for work." You had the wrong number. I'm like, God damn, what an asshole. Could have just said wrong number, but then again, he had to fuck with them. Be like, "Yeah, sure, that's no problem." But then 15 minutes before their shift, "Oh yeah, you should probably get ready for work."
Probably some dude who was bored, wanted some fun.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I want to send you guys something. My phone will let me.
Via text?
I'm going to send it through Discord.
Okay. And
I think we should all watch it together, and then after that, we'll do one more thing, which is me and you, Zach, doing our movie recommendation.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to do that last week.
We're 3 minutes away from an hour, I think. So.
Yeah. So we'll watch this together at the same time.
Twitter.
It is a Twitter video, but.
Did you send it yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. At the very beginning. All right. I'm going to the very beginning of the video.
Open.
Hang on.
This made me laugh so fucking hard last night.
Oh.
Make sure you have audio turned on when you watch it.
Wait. It's a Nintendo thing, right?
Yeah, but like we're all gonna watch it together, okay? So we have to do a countdown. Whenever you're ready. Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
Hold on. Jeremy, you ready? Okay. Make sure you bring the slider back so it's at the very beginning of the video.
Yep. All right. So,
okay.
We'll hit play on go.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Board. Oh my god! I just noticed it. wait, is that legitimate? Is that from Nintendo?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh wait, it lagged. Okay, I might be a second behind you. Oh wait, it keeps lagging a bit. 140p, yay!
I just love the mocking music. It's
Chan, interchan.
Go back to that Nintendo Direct to see if that's like
yeah, interchanment. Great.
Back
the music reminds me of music you'd hear in like Fantasy Life, honestly.
That's pretty cool. I definitely want to learn more about this.
What were you saying, Jeremy?
I have to go back to the Nintendo Direct to see.
Yeah.
$60, eh? I hate how it's $60. Like, it's cool and all, but like, why a controller for $60? I mean, the Pro controller's $70. I feel like that should have been cheaper, but still, like, 2 Joy-Cons for $60, man. Not 40.
4 controllers like $60.
It's like, I know they got a lot in it, like gyroscope and stuff, but like, dude, really $60? Come on.
Yeah, and especially
Okay, back to Discord.
So, movie recommendations. Zach, you have a movie for me. I already.
What?
Do you want to announce what it is, though?
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet, right?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so my movie that I mentioned, I think, in the last time we talked about this movie discussion talk thing, is The Informant, a Matt Damon movie. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. Anyone else watch it too? We'll talk about it.
So give me a
Because we'll be
second.
talking about it next time, so definitely you should watch it.
DVD.
Yeah.
I have it on DVD. I just haven't watched it.
Well, if you want,
you'll either. I said this last time. You'll either be bored with it, or laugh, or both. For me, it was both.
Man,
I don't know.
So
I think it was good. I think it was. Maybe it's
and my
obviously good. I'm just oblivious. I've only seen it once, so I don't know.
And my recommendation, and if you've already seen this, let me know, and I got a few others I could give to you.
Let me write it
It's
down.
still on Netflix. It's a movie called Her.
I've seen that. I saw that recently. Yeah.
You saw Her?
That was good. That was a good movie.
It was a very good movie. Okay, so my next recommendation for you then is Moonrise Kingdom, which is on Netflix.
Never heard of that one.
That is a Wes Anderson movie, and it's really good.
Oh, what the hell?
it's like what Rushmore, right?
What?
Like the guy that made Rushmore.
Yeah, I think.
Don't
he
spoil
made Rush.
nothing for me. No details.
No details
nothing.
to be given.
Nothing.
Her is a really good movie, though, wasn't it? Like that's one of my favorites of all time.
That was like, that's some. Like, first of all, Chris Pratt in the movie was like a surprise. That was cool to see. I don't see him in many roles, but like, yeah, that I think like it delved into some interesting topics there. Much like what's that one Jim Carrey movie that we were talking about? Like, it's just like I don't know. It was a good one.
Yeah.
For its own genre of topics too, like just love and romance and sex and all that. Just like interesting topics there. Had to approach them.
That's all the time we got for today. Jeremy, thank you for coming on.
Movie recommendation, though, real quick.
Oh yeah, give one. Me and Zach are going to talk about these two movies in the next show, but you can recommend something for us to watch.
Oh, if you can get the chance, even if you got to go online to watch it, Searching.
Yeah, I do want to see Searching. I might go to see it in theaters if I can. I don't know if our theater has it, but yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, if they still have it, that would be great, because even though the movie's been out for a little bit over a month now, it's actually pretty damn good to watch. But it's short. It's like a little bit over 90 minutes, but no, it might have been a little bit longer than 90. If anything, it was not. It was shorter than 2 hours, but it's not longer than an hour and 50. I want to say that.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Relatively good. It's thriller, so it's actually the best. It's the best thriller film I've seen in years.
Cool. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry for episode so abruptly like this, but talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining us, Jeremy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, I'll get the hell away from me.
I'm sorry about that.